It's SaundersCountyOnline.com. I'm Kelly Johnson with you. Love to bring you our local guests. And today we are going to be talking about the 4th of July fireworks display. And, it's amazing how quickly this year has flown by. And so, again, 4th of July is just really over a month away from right now. We're coming up on June 1st. Today, we have Divish Pyrotechnics with us, as well as the Wahoo Chamber. So, Don and Jen, thank you for coming in and talking to us today about the fireworks display. It's a great thing every year. Don, your family has been involved with the fireworks display in Wahoo for a little bit.
A little bit of time.
How long has it been?
The family has been involved in the Wahoo fireworks display since 1958, so this would be the 55th year.
So this is going to be the 55th annual Divish Pyrotechnics fireworks display.
Yes.
And so every year it's an amazing display. Thank you very much for everything you do. Really, what goes into planning displays? You do a lot of displays for a lot of different events. For a community like Wahoo, what does it take for you to be able to do that?
Well, Wahoo's always been a special place. Like I said, since my father started shooting in 1958, he was the fire chief. And
that makes sense.
he and four of his friends gathered together. I think it was $50 a piece, and they had a $250 display. They shot it out at Hilltop Country Club. And then the city said, hey, we kind of like that idea. And so my father being the fire chief, he was the designated pyrotechnician.
Okay.
As time went on, in about 1960, 1961, he became the Nebraska State Fire Marshal as well. And so he started controlling some of the laws of the pyrotechnics. But when my older brothers and myself, we grew up into shooting the fireworks display for Wahoo. When we were all 8 years old, we were graduated and then moved out to the field to assist.
Okay.
So I was born in 1960. So in 1968, I got the honor to go out into the field and start assisting. What happened is my dad would do different shows for different fireworks companies over the time. He did the Gateway Mall grand opening, Capitol Beach when it used to be a carnival fair.
Right.
He would do that fireworks show as well. He assisted at P&E Park in Omaha. So he would do different displays along the way. In 1985, someone actually offered my father to pay us to do a fireworks show.
So up until that point, it was for fun, or what was
it?
It
was for fun.
Wow.
And maybe some free beer.
Well, there you go. That always helps out. Beer and fireworks, okay.
They link alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. So.
That's true. Yeah, there you go. It's a perfect match.
But so in 1985, we were offered $200 to do a centennial display for a small town just south of Lincoln. And that's when my brothers and we looked around at each other going, maybe there might be a little bit of business here. So we started doing more shows over the course of time. We did Farm Aid 3 when it was in Lincoln. We've done the University of Nebraska for several years. During the tunnel walk, they'd come out, and we would have about 250 to 300 shells going off at that time. We would do Tom Osborne's 250th win over Oklahoma.
Right.
We shot that display as well as the dedication to the field the following year after the national championship. So we've been doing it for many, many years on that end of it. And I've also done some close proximity fireworks of introductions to the professional bull riding circuits, and traveled around the United States doing that as well. It would not be uncommon for me to have anywhere from 60 to 80 shows in a year.
Wow. So, but then that comes back to your heart is local, coming back to being able to provide that service.
Yes.
Right here in Wahoo.
And because of all the traveling, because of all the different shows I've done and everything, I always, favor Wahoo. And then when we changed the venue out to Lake Wahoo, it kind of lost the small town idea, but it allowed me more freedom to be able to paint the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually it gives everybody a great place to be able to find a lot of locations to be able to view it from everywhere. Right. You can see it from quite a few miles away.
Yes, that's what's great about fireworks. There's no such thing as a private fireworks show.
That's right. So it is from everywhere. And then every year, the city of Wahoo and the people of Wahoo, Jen, we get together and try to help pay for fireworks, right?
Right, correct.
How has that been going?
Donations come in slow every year.
Yeah.
We usually do not raise enough money to cover the cost of the show. So the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce always pays the shortfall of that.
Yeah.
For many years. So this year we're trying to do a better job of fundraising in advance, and we have a great start so far.
So we have more people jumping in to be able to donate, the larger donation, the larger the show. But also on the other hand, Mr. Divish, you guys donate the services to that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not taking any cut. You're just going for fun because you want to be able to give Wahoo the best display.
I would compare Wahoo show to any show of the comparable size because we provide our professional services for free.
And so that just rolls right back into the fireworks.
That rolls right back in. And that also includes anywhere from the display setup to the display shoot, but in addition to the music that we designed specifically for the Wahoo show. Mm-hmm. And this year there might be some uniqueness only for the Wahoo show because I found a few tracks where they actually mentioned the word Wahoo.
Really?
So,
yeah, there you go.
So it's one of those soundtracks that you will not be able to hear.
I can think of woohoos, but Wahoo. Okay, well, that's interesting. I'll have to go back through my brain to see if I can come up with those songs. So now you do have a fundraiser, Jen. The Chamber has a fundraiser with T-shirts.
Yes, we just kicked that off this week, and it's the first time we've done this. We found 9 amazing businesses to sponsor to kick off our T-shirt fundraiser, and so they are listed on the back of our shirts. I don't have one yet in my hands to show, otherwise I would, but you can go to our Facebook page, Wahoo Chamber Facebook page, and order online. It's through Rivalry, and it's just a real simple Wahoo USA. A portion of all of the T-shirt sales goes directly to the fireworks show.
And you can order those shirts on the Chamber's website.
On the Chamber's website, on Rivalry website. The link is on our Chamber Facebook page. So
we're kind of urgent at this point in time because really the funds need to come in, or at least the promises need to come in by June 4th?
Yeah, early June will help determine our show this year. Mm-hmm. But we were certainly, we're going to continue taking donations, any size donation, because it just helps us to get a good kickstart for next year.
For next year, right. Yeah, but this year, if you want to continue to grow the display, it's not set in stone right now.
No, not yet.
No, as soon as the funds come in, the budget comes in around June 4th, plus or minus, we get that complete. We know how much we can go, and then you can order because, you have to take a little time to get that prepped and put together.
It takes anywhere from show design, because that's really when it begins, is when I start selecting the type of shells that we use and the number and the effects I want to see in the sky. But in addition to that, the show prep includes the installation of electronic match into each shell, the design of the music itself. You have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of music out there.
Yeah.
But trying to melt it into one consistent piece of music.
I like to think of it as music that goes with the fireworks, not choreographed, because that's tough to do.
It is extremely tough to do because we might be lucky to get a cymbal crash and a shell going off at that time.
But not always.
But I will take credit if someone sees that.
Right. It's like, wow, that was amazing. But so again, we want to support local. We're supporting Rivalry, the Chamber, and Divish Pyrotechnics, all based right here. Mm-hmm. And so your business is right here in town, right?
Yes.
So if people want to learn more about you and what you can do if they have a celebration they want to do, what would be the best way to do that?
They can email me with no problem. It's divispyro@gmail.com. Or my telephone number is pretty well known.
Yeah.
If someone wants to get a hold of me, they can even give me a call at any time. I've even received calls for technical assistance even on the 4th of July. And
Really?
So because we have
you're in the middle setup. Oh yeah, I have the headset on phone answering.
That has
technical-
happened.
Okay. All right. So again, being a part of it, thank you so very much for that. Again, we need to do something special this with the 55th anniversary for you guys doing this. So I need to plan on that. But again, the fundraising continues. You have a really good start though this year.
We do have a good start. We've had such a variety of donations come in already, which we are so happy for. We have ranged from a $3 donation to $1,000 donors that have come in, and we just couldn't be happier with all of them.
But again, we're completion yet. Let's continue.
Yes.
Let's continue to grow this display. Let's continue to grow support and the patriotism and celebrating the 4th of July. It's a big deal because again, in this day and age, we're looking at celebrating our independence and being able to do that in such a way. We're just going to do it with a big bang. So,
one of the unique things about fireworks is it's one of those periods of time that anyone could have all kinds of worries in their head and everything like that. But once they sit down and watch a fireworks display, they immerse themselves into the colors, into the sky. And really for the 15, 20 minutes of the display, they actually forget their problems.
Yeah.
They can enjoy the show. They can listen to the music and have a good time.
And everybody comes together. It's one of those times we don't have to argue about anything or anything like that. Everybody can come together and enjoy this.
Yes.
So thank you for doing that service for us. Again, go to either Rivalry's website or to Wahoo Chambers website and make the donation, or you go ahead and buy those T-shirts.
Yeah, buy your T-shirts. We're encouraging people to wear them on Fridays for the next month and help bring awareness to our show and
Firecracker Fridays.
Firecracker Fridays, yeah. And we really appreciate working with Don Divish and his crew over the years because he has just made it so easy for all of us, and we have no worries about it because we know we are going to have the best show that we can possibly have, and it's on Don's shoulders.
Yeah, so Don's doing several things right in the community. Recently, the Pops concert over at the high school. So again, it's all about safety and having somebody who knows what they're doing, but also willing to donate because of their passion for the community. Thank you so very much for that.
You're welcome. Thank you.